Have any of you people ever been to Portland, Oregon before? Well, let me tell you, you guys, I was there about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and I was, you can't hear me. If you didn't talk so loud, I could fucking talk over you. Anyway, I was there about 6 or 7 years ago, and I was having a fancy lunch with some fancy people in a fancy restaurant, and the talk was fast and clever, and the women all were fine, and it looked like everything was going great. But in the front of the restaurant, there was a picture window, and there was this girl, about 23, 24 years old, walking back and forth in front of the window. Anyway, she was walking back and forth and back and forth. And the more I watched her, the more I realized that she wasn't just waiting for someone, she was fucking manic, walking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So finally, about a half hour into the lunch, I got up and I left and I went outside and I said, hey, what the fuck's the matter here? And she said, with tears in her eyes, I want to go home. And I said, well, where do you live? Well, she turned out she lived about 500 miles away from where we were at. And I said to her, I said, listen, I'll buy you a plane ticket or a bus ticket, however you want to go home, and we'll send you home. And she looked at me and she said, they don't want me there. They say I'm too much trouble. And I thought to myself, well, I'm glad this isn't one of my kids. Or I'm glad it's not me in 1971. But guys, her hair was all matty and her face was dirty. She didn't have any fucking shoes on. You know, she was lost. And so I said to her, I said, well, is there anything I can do for you? And she said, I don't think so. I said, well, how about if I buy you dinner? And she looked at me with all seriousness and went, do I have to have sex with you? And I said, no, you don't have to have sex with me. So I got in my pocket and I pulled out some bills and I held them out. And guys, she grabbed that fucking money out of my hand so fast. And she took off running. It's been 6 or 7 years, and I can still see her dirty feet running down the sidewalks of Portland. And she looks over her shoulder and she goes, I don't know who you are, but thank you for buying my dinner without me having to have sex. And then I thought a little deeper, and I thought, that's fucked up. This is what our country is. Our children living on the fucking street having to have sex so they can eat. So anyway, I don't ever know what happened to that girl. I don't know if she's still alive. I don't know if she made it home. But so I thought all I could do is to write a song for her. You know what really else pisses me off is when you're watching the news and the newscaster goes, and our hopes and dreams and prayers go out to, and I look at the television and I go, fuck you. It is. Yes, you're right. So anyway, all I could do, I think, is to write, so I wrote this song for her, and she'll never know. I don't know if she's still alive, I don't know anything, but she'll never know what this song was about. And the name of the song is The Eyes of Portland. As I saw through the eyes of Portland one day, there were so many homeless that had gone astray. They slept on the corners, during the day, as not to be harmed when the sun went away. There was old ones and young ones and white ones and black, of all shapes and sizes. They had rags on their back. So many people mixed up in this stew, with no place to go, they had nothing to do. All of these homeless, where do they come from? In this land of plenty, where nothing gets fucking done. To help those that are empty and unable to run, your tears and prayers won't help the homeless. Some were mentally ill, some were higher than kites, selling their bodies as day turned to night. Where were their loved ones? Didn't anyone care to be lost and alone in the middle of nowhere? All of these homeless, where do they come from? In this land of plenty, where nothing is done to help those that are empty and unable to run. Your tears and prayers won't help the homeless. What will it take for this country to see? For the grace of God go they, and not you and me, the fallen and forgotten who are down on their knees, living here in the gutters, in the land of the free. All of these homeless, where do they come from? In this land of plenty, where nothing is done